We often come to a point of time in our lives where we are asked to make a decision, and this is something very common that everybody often encounters, whether it's in a relationship or a career choice. We often find asking ourselves, what do I do now? Do I stay or do I go? Is this worth it? Is it worth fighting for? And if I go, where do I go from here? If you are at crossroads at this point in your life now and you have come across this video, the universe has collaborated to bring your attention to this. And the message from the following reading is for you. First, we look at what's going on in your situation, like what's happening. So this is the Six of Pentacles, and the Six of Pentacles is about, to put it bluntly, kind of like a power balance. We're looking, let's say in relationships, we are looking at who is giving and who is taking. Is someone always taking more than they're giving? Is someone always giving more than they're taking? So there is some kind of imbalance, and that is what is causing tension in the relationship. If we are looking at career or a workplace situation, we are looking at, are you really getting what you are putting in and what you are investing in? On the other hand, the situation could also be, maybe you feel like you're not getting what you should be getting, but we forget to reflect on what have you really contributed yourself in order to deserve what you think you deserve. A lot of times we think, how come I'm not getting this? I'm not getting as much as the other person. This card is asking you to take a look at what have you actually given yourself. So that's the problem. Now we ask, what should you be doing? What do I do now? Here we have the Seven of Pentacles, and in the Seven of Pentacles we see a man standing there looking at what he has planted and what has grown out. So what this card is asking you to do is to look back and evaluate on your past achievements or what has been happening so far, and evaluate your pros and your cons. The things that you have been doing, has it been worth it? Has it been efficient? What you have put in, have you been getting what you're supposed to get? The choices that you have made, the seeds you have planted, the things that you have invested in, are they really the right things to get you where you want to be? So now we know the problem and we know what your approach should be at this moment. Let's look at the last card, which is, where do you go from here? The Two of Swords. In the Two of Swords, you see a woman holding two swords, and she's sitting there with the swords crossed in front of her, and she has a blindfold over her eyes. So this card is asking you to make informed decisions. Don't be impulsive. Don't make rash decisions. Do your research and make an informed decision. So how do you make an informed decision? This means that make a decision and make a judgment that aligns with both your mind and your heart. That means that you don't just use your logic, your head, and you don't just use your feelings or your heart. When it is a decision or a choice where both your head and your heart agree, that's when you know it is a wise decision. That's when you know it is a decision that is for your highest good. Looking back at the blindfold in the card, so this card is also reminding you and telling you to think in detail about your problem and look to see if there is anything that you have missed out or neglected or overlooked. Don't make a decision where you are blinded by something or blinded about something. So to recap, what's the problem? Power imbalance. What should you do now? What's your best approach? Look back, evaluate, and analyze your investments and your choices. Lastly, what should you do? Where should you go from here? The Two of Swords. Make informed decisions and make decisions that are aligned to both your mind and your heart. I hope the above reading and messages have helped you. Stay calm and move on. All the best.